Good morning. Let me know if the audio is okay. Literally just had myself in a tank. I've been doing maintenance already. Oh yeah, we have been scooping duckweed, scraping algae. So I got all that stuff out of the way. Getting malm out. I've cleaned some pre-filters, cleaned some filters. I'm moving a filter to my 20-gallon long convict tank up there because it is an absolute mess. So I'm going to put an AC 110 on that I have spare with a pre-filter so I don't suck up the little fish and get that tank looking better because the sponge filters just aren't doing it. Let me know the audio is good and we're going to jump right into this maintenance stream. Can you hear me okay? Got the utility sink ready. I'm a lot more prepared for this maintenance stream here. Warren, good to see you, buddy. P-Tag, Jody P, Sketty, Polly, Discus North, Sean, good to see you. AV's good. Appreciate you guys. Ads, damn ads. I apologize for the ads, but I try to keep them in balance as possible, but they bring in some revenue. So I hate to turn that off. It's good to see everybody this morning. I'll wait for a few people to get in before we jump right in. Got my hot coffee ready. Yeah, it's been hectic already. I've been slanging and banging. It's warm in this fish room. Okay, I'm here now. Ads are. I apologize about that, Polly. But you know, when you do watch those ads, it helps. So I've made some considerable maintenance already. We still have to do all the water changes. But what I was trying to do before this stream started is get some of this little crap out of the way so we can make it a lot easier and quicker, which, like I said, I was scraping algae. I've cleaned some pre-filters. I'm moving some filters around to make some tanks get the water clean, the clarity better. Got a lot of malm out, but I do have a problem. I have a problem with that 20-gallon long convict / parrot baby tank up there. There's so much malm buildup, and I try to suck it out, but I'm too scared to suck a baby up, and they're too dumb to stay away from the dang hose because they don't know what it is. So it's been very hard to clean that aquarium out. So I'm hoping get a big AC 110 on there to help clean this malm out. Every once in a while, I can scoop it over there. But I have to have a pre-filter at that because the holes I drilled in the inlet could suck one of these little fish in. They're still kind of small. So I got to get this tank right. Other than that, I do have to, do some vacuuming in some of these tanks, like the 125-gallon Oscar tank. This 375-gallon needs some cleaning with my, I did a video on a DIY PVC pipe to reach the bottom easier. Other than that, like with this 55-gallon Tiger Barb tank, I was able to scoop a lot of it out with a net fairly easy. I got some malm built up in the 125 community tank. As you've seen on the thumbnail, we're going to help this Pleco clean these tanks up. I got to get those big old crypts that Scotty sent me planted still. That's going to be done. I'm tired of messing around about it. It's time to get these tanks right. So I appreciate you guys joining me and hanging out with me. Hey, Scotty, good to see you, buddy. Let's see, Bryce. That's a new name. Do my 4 mollies need a 20-gallon tank? Yeah, I mean, 20, bigger the better, Bryce. Big 4 mollies and a 10-gallon tank would be fine. However, the bigger the tank, the less maintenance. The smaller the tank, the more maintenance because you have less water volume and things can build up quicker. So if you're gonna get an aquarium, you might as well go as big as you can get right off the bat. So you already have it. If they get bigger, if they have babies, you have the extra space. You're not having to take a trip to go get one. So I do recommend a 20-gallon. My personal preference, 20-gallon long. Longer tanks, in my opinion, are better than tall. The longer you have, the more surface area you have at the top for good oxygen and gas exchange. And it's just all around better for the tanks. Crypts, yes, sir. I got some big old crypts in here that my Scotty in the chat here sent me. He sent me before. They're massive. See what's floating there in the center of that 375? Some of them are planted like right here. Huge crypts. That's what a crypt looks like. It's the lights doused out a little bit because of them crypts that are floating up there, but they're huge. Just a big, beautiful plant. So shout out to Scotty for sending me those. Appreciate you, buddy. They look great. Yes, sir, Bryce. Anytime you need some help, come in here. We got a lot of experienced fish keepers in here. R. Kelly, good to see you. That's a new name. That'd be awesome if it was the real R. Kelly. Sorry about the nudity at the beginning of the stream. Not real nudity. I wasn't naked. Just had my shirt off. As long as he doesn't pee on anybody. Oh, boy. My favorite live plants are ferns. Love ferns. Ferns are great. Ferns, also your terrestrial plant, your ferns actually will grow on top of your tank as long as you put the roots in the water along other plants like pothos, spider plants, monsteras, you name it. There's a ton of them. I've got peace lilies in here, pothos. You can see the pothos behind me are just taking over the world in here. Look at these pothos. I just got done stringing more up. I know, Polly. I got that reference. But pothos do real good, especially when you add light. I had added a lot of shop lights in here, which really helped them take off. Yeah, yeah. And ferns, they get big, they get beautiful, they make your fish room look great. They make the around your tank look fantastic. So you're 100% right. I agree with you. Iron Ram Fish Company, good to see you, buddy. How are you? Like I said, I'm already a little ahead of the game. So at this point, we just got to do some vacuuming and water changes for the most part. We'll see what time we're at when I get done with water changing all the tanks. If there's time, we're going to go ahead and clean some pre-filters too. I'm prepared already with the utility sink next door. Once I get my 20-gallon, I'm going to get a couple of snails. Snails are great. I love snails. A lot of people don't even like, they call them pest snails. I like pest snails. Now, they can get a little bit ridiculous as they reproduce. However, I've never had a cleaner tank. They clean everything, plants, decor, rocks, whatever you got, they're going to clean it, especially if you got a large colony of them. They really keep they sift through your sand, keeping the substrate aerated, which is fantastic. So snails are nothing but good for an aquarium, and they make it look natural. Those who are on vertical chat are only on vertical chat only. Right, P-Tag, appreciate you pointing that out. We are live vertically and horizontally, so we're showing up in the shorts feed as well as the regular horizontal feed. Unfortunately, hopefully they can fix it soon, the chat gets separated. Now, you can back out and pick which one you want to come in. Whether you're on your phone and you just want to be vertically, you can pick that. You can see the difference on the thumbnails. They'll have a picture of a little phone icon. The other one doesn't have a picture of a phone. You can just bounce back and forth. They just haven't figured out how to, it's split. You just have to pick whether, like I was saying, you want to go horizontally or vertically, which I think is nice because it caters to most people. A lot of people are on their phones and they're doing this anyways. But some people do like the big screen. I just bought 2 snails the other day, but the workers sold me them dead, and I didn't know they were until later. Yeah, a lot of time, Bryce, that does happen. When you're shopping for snails and you go to the store, if the snail isn't moving and it's just sitting there, most likely it's dead. So really visualize and observe it before you buy it. They're just going to sit there. Snails are always moving. If it ain't moving, something's going on. And if they have a white shell, they've passed. Their shells always turn white when they die. Yeah, and they might not, P-Tag. They just might not. You'll say what again? Tim, like mine. And he missed a certain chat. Scotty wanted to know why he missed her. Oh, Scotty. We talked about it before on my last couple streams. Let me get this fired up here. I got a TV up here, and when I'm walking around doing maintenance streams, having this larger TV above the computer allows me to really see the chat while I'm walking around a little bit better. And I have the volume down on it. Oh, look, I'm getting my own ads. Fired up, Crimson Tide. You and the dang football, Tim. Oh, see, now I've got. Come on, stupid. Like, I need to back out because the TV is in vertical. I don't want to be vertical on my TV because the idea behind it is so I can see it on the big screen better. See, so if I'm looking, I see a little phone icon on one. I don't want that. I want the normal big screen. So I'll pick this one and boom, here I am on the big screen. Very simple to switch back and forth. Let's go ahead and put the comments up on the screen too. And we're going to make those larger. We're going to go wide and we're going to go big. For beautiful. Webb's coming in with a $4.99 $4.99 super chat. Thank you, buddy. Certainly appreciate you. You always do that, and you've been a great supporter of the channel, and I appreciate you doing that. I thank you so much, sir. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to set a goal. If you want to do it, you don't have to. If not, I ain't mad at you. I still love you, but it's worth the try to help things. So boom, let's go into live. Let me make sure it's turned all the way down because I don't see where I can do it through StreamYard. Why am I not able to go into my own live stream right now, sir? Boom, live. So let me do it. But what I can do is this. No, I can't do that. Hey, Whip, good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. Really enjoy Saturdays with you guys. Wherever you're watching from, remember to like. Appreciate you, Tim. We're going to get started here shortly. Now, I set a goal. Let me know if you can see it on vertical and horizontal. I'm not sure. Excuse me. With this super chat, if I get 10 super chats, actually for every super chat I get towards the goal, I'll do something silly, embarrass myself, and make myself look like an idiot. You don't have to do it. It's just fun to do. Yes, it helps bring in a little bit of money on the channel, which help offset the cost of the hobby. But it's also fun. It makes it a little bit more interactive, I think. I've done it before. People seem to like it. You can do it. You can do it. If you can't, you can't. No big deal. Polly cheering for Indiana. Don't see it. Yeah, I for some reason I'm also having trouble P tag going in there. Like I see that. Okay, let's do this live. When I hit live, it automatically goes to the dang horizontal one. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to get started on maintenance. I got you guys up here on a big screen, so when I'm walking around, I can see. For every super chat sent, I'm going to do a silly dance, make myself look retarded. I shouldn't say that. Make myself look silly and stupid and embarrass myself until we hit 10. That 10 super chats total is the goal, and I have set that for 2 hours, so we got time. You can do it. I think it's fun. Let's get started on here. Like I said, I've already done several things. We're going to get in here and start changing some water and making some things happen. And note the Christmas theme like P-Tag did last night as well. Hope you guys are in the Christmas spirit. Christmas is my favorite holiday and probably my favorite time of the year. You get time off work. Family comes together. We do things. We eat good food. Yeah, cool. All right. Let's get started. And I'll be talking to you. A lot of these pre-filters get pretty messed up around here. I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and start with this 20-gallon. I can't suck any of the mall out because these fish won't move, and I'm going to suck them up. Plus, I put an AC 110 up there like I was talking about to really help with filtration because this tank is a mess. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and get the water coming into the fish room, and we're going to get started filling this tank first. I am using Seachem Safe because I finally used the rest of my prime. The stuff goes a long way, and I have the 2.2 pound bottle, so this thing's going to last me a lifetime. I actually kill the Ectopus theme StreamYard added for the holidays. I like them too. Matthew says, I'm doing a big fat smelly poo just in case anyone wants to know. That's good to hear, Matthew. It's important that we know that because we know what to watch out for. Certainly appreciate you coming in and sharing that information. Sage, good to see you. That's another new name. I'm getting a lot of new names in here. That's great. Appreciate you coming in. Oh crap. He says, damn bitch. Whip sends a $2 super chat. Thank you, sir. And that's some entertainment for Matthew's big smelly poo. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Let's add some. First, we got to get the water coming. For those that don't know, I did pipe my entire fish room with PVC to a faucet at each tank, which saved a lot of time doing water changes. So I don't have to drag around a python to fill it anymore. So let's go ahead and get the water sent over here. It'll be sorry for the loud noise. Got to get the temperature adjusted here. All right, water's coming into the fish room. It's coming up and it's filling up in these pipes all around the room that I can tap into at each aquarium. So it's going to come around. So we're going to go ahead now and add the safe to this tank. It'll be very little bit, just 20 gallon long. Safe goes a very, very long way. And that tank's filling. Close this because the last thing we want to do is knock it over and have a mess. Slim Tim comes in with $1.99. That gets loud, got air trap. $1.99 super chat. Take your ass. Watch yourself. Shake your ass. Watch yourself. Shake your ass. Show me what you work. I think it's fun. It makes some fun. Thank you, Tim. Excuse me. Excuse me. I will say, when I piped all these together, I was in a rush. So some of my connections do have a little slow leak. So as the pressure builds up out there, unless with these tanks, I'm not going to be ahead of the game because they drain fast and they fill fast. Once I get started on these big tanks, well, I got one tank draining and I start filling it, I can drain another one and I never have to shut the water off. And it's a linear motion once I get started. So once I get on that train, we'll be good to go. I don't know if you can see how packed and dirty these pre-filters are. Warren says, my smaller bottle of safe used to stink, but today it seems to have gotten bad. Yeah, it is terrible. Sneaking over here. Appreciate you, P-Tag. Yeah, Seachem Safe is absolutely stinky as all hell. It really is. Prime stinks, but it's not near as bad as this safe. There's Doodle Poodle. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Scotty says, yeah, a quarter of a teaspoon is like 300. Yeah, that's a lot. So when I do these 20 gallons, I got to put like a sprinkle of, I probably put too much in. But the nice thing about it is you can overdose this stuff safely. Won't hurt your fish. And as we discussed last stream, this 20-gallon long, surprisingly, has a crap ton of snails and shrimp in it, and there's 9 cory cats. So the nitrates are actually surprisingly high in it. Once this tank fills up, I did put an AC 110 on it to help get it clean. So I have to prime it and then plug it in. Once that's complete, we're just going to top. Well, this one should get a water change. We're going to go around and do the big tanks after this one's done. I am undefeated. I have never, ever, ever overflowed a tank. And I know you guys are jealous about that because a lot of you guys do it all the time. And why that is because you guys just don't pay attention. That's all it is. That's all that's about. Okay, we're going to go ahead and shut that off. Because it's shut off, pressure is building up in these pipes. So I think for the moment, I'm going to release that pressure. You probably heard that. I might as well shut the water off too for a minute. No sense in letting it run. Wifey in her 3rd trimester with my son. When they're coming and coming. This dang duckweed, dude. You just, once you have it, you can't get away from it. Once I fill this up, I'm going to be dropping the water level. It takes quite a few cups of water to fill up a Fluval AC 110 filter. They're so big. It takes quite a bit of water to fill them up, so I'm probably going to drop my level and have to top it back off. But having this filter up here is really going to help keep this tank clean. The sponge filters just are not keeping up. I like sponge filters, but for an actual filter, for someone who has a lot of tanks, a lot of small tanks are great. But, you know, in my opinion, sponge filters do not do the best job filtering. Or these tanks wouldn't look like this. Because I do my maintenance. And it looks like crap. It's odd. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. This filter was on my Mabuna tank, and it wasn't running. I think it died. I just plugged it in, and she won't fire up. I'll have to look into that later. Dang, waste of time. Yeah, safe is definitely worth it for sure. But see, on my end, I see everybody's chat, which would be good. If it didn't work that way, that'd be terrible. At any rate, let me fold this ladder up, get it out of the way. Now it's time to start the train here. You won't see me back here at this tank much, I don't think. Let me look in here. Yeah, I got some crap I got to suck out of this tank. But once I get all the junk sucked out of this tank and I get it drained, while it is draining and I start filling it, I'm going to take this pump out and put it right in the next one. And like I was saying, it's just a smooth ordeal the rest of the time. I've done most of the crap work already. I can just get this guy out of my way. Come on, bro. It's not food. It's Big Oscar, man. Now, sometimes you get a little fish water in your mouth. I'll stop it. This Big Oscar wants to come after me. He doesn't realize all I'm trying to do is make his home nicer. Yeah, I think he's chilling about it now. Crabby. He's always just crabby. Well, he doesn't seem too crabby. He was cool with me getting in there and changing out the pre-filter. More curious than anything. Easy. Easy. Got a little too close to him. Didn't like it. Easy, big fella. Easy, big fella. We're all friends here. We're all friends. Don't look at me like that. No, you don't look at me like that. Don't bite the hands that feed you, bro. What a vicious beast. Wasn't too much to suck out there, really. All right, now. Time to throw the pump in. I have this set up. Drains right outside. So, what size water changes should we do today? You guys tell me. What size water changes are we doing today? 50% all around? Oops. I don't do any more than 50%. One, it's not needed because I do water changes now a little bit more often. And number two, if I do have heaters running in the tanks, I never have to unplug them, which you guys know I don't like heaters. Got rid of those as much as possible. And number two, I don't have to unplug any filters that might be running because I never drain the water past their intake. So that saves a lot of time. It shaves off a lot of time. We don't have to stop to unplug things and plug things back in. That's one of the reasons I can do all these tanks in an hour. While it's draining, we'll get caught up here. I only use AquaClear from API. We're talking about AquaClear from API. AquaClear is a Fluval brand name, Tim. Seachem's my go-to as well. Hey, Jeff, good to see you, buddy. 95%, he says. I have a fish keeper's tip today. Make sure you check inside your Holo Decor and those fish are hanging out and they're dead, spiking ammonia. Yeah. I've had that. The great thing about me is I can't smell, so all the complaints about how bad these chemicals smell means nothing to me. But not being able to smell doesn't mean I can't stink. I'm very good at that. With 100% did a little. Some people do that. 1%. You guys are funny. Jeff Kane's dropping the wisdom for sure. Did I miss anything? Yeah, I think I something about mechanical filtration up here. For mechanical filtration, sponge filters are easily the worst type of filter in the market. They're good for bio. Yeah, I agree with 100%. 28 wells, Prego. I got you. Good. How you probably feeling it too, Doodle? Probably feeling it. You getting crabby and crap, craving pickles. What are we doing? I'm gonna send a lucky winner a crap ton of duckweed. Ridiculous. I gotta dump that out. So we're draining this. This is a something like an 1100 GPH pump here, and it's already got this tank down to. You might be able to see it on the side there. But it's already got this tank down 25%. This is the first waiting point. After this tank drains and I start filling it, we get to pumping that one. Once that tank is just about full, I start draining that one, and then I continue that process all around the room, and it makes this pretty linear pretty quick. Diesel Gravy, good morning. That's another new name in the chat. Loving all these new names coming in. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Love getting new names in the chat. If you guys are interested, I do have a second channel I started. It's all about tools, and I plan on getting into other things with it as well, like battery backups and generators and things like that. I've done a 100% water change once. I put the drain tube in the tank and I went off to do something real quick and forgot about draining the tank. Came back to the water, fish on their sides. It happens, man. You don't pay attention. Luckily, I've never done anything like that. I've never overfilled a tank. I've never over drained a tank. I stay here when I'm doing it, and I just keep going. The worst thing you can do is, I mean, I think we've all done it. I will say, a few streams ago, I was doing that 65 gallon. It was this close to overfilling, close as I ever came. Normally 57% whip does. Okay. This Fluval C power head keeps coming off the acrylic. I can't get it to stay. I'm probably going to take that stupid power head out of there. I like those power heads, but I do got the Hygger magnetic one mounted over here that's still trucking away and doing good. I do have a new Hygger product to review. Would you guys like to see a sneak peek of that product? I got it in the mail not too long ago. Brent, good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. We were just talking about you, Brent. We were just singing your praises. Just saying how awesome you are. Things to look at, Matt. I'm fired up. I got coffee up in me. I'm blazing. Now, I'm going to do a quick sneak peek of my next Hygger product review, and let me know if you guys see it and can tell me what it was. That's all you get. I have done plenty of 200-300% water changes as a flow through. Whip says Joey Woman might be the king of DIY, but I'm the king of overflowing once a week, sometimes multiply. Oh, this is better. Oh, shit. Well, you must be over at Horizontal, Jody P. Good to see you. If you guys are interested, I was half naked at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, me and a tank had a disagreement, so the shirt came off. We are about 50% now with this tank. So what I like to do, this one don't need any vacuuming done. Bird's gonna bitch about this. She hates this thing. She hates this. Yeah, I gotta Quaker next door to me here. Where do we want to put this? That's a nice big water change. I'm going to stop right there just because the bottleneck of doing water changes is the filling. Filling always takes the longest. So now we can take this pump, we get it down in this tank. Of course, this is my African cichlid tank. I've got a lot of Mbuna in here, and I do naturally buffer the pH, and I do add cichlid lake salt in this tank. We're going to open the valve. We're going to get the safe in there, and I'm going to send water to this tank. Like Scotty kind of taught me, and GM over at Happy Place Aquatics, when it comes to the Seachem safe, they don't really measure it out. They just sprinkle it in, and that's what I'm doing. I don't worry about it. Because if a quarter teaspoon does 300 gallons, how do you measure that crap out for smaller tanks? Just put a sprinkle in there. It's safely overdosed. It's going to be loud here for a minute, guys. Bear with me. Jeez. On my way to get bagels for the girls. Nice. Send me one, Branton. I like bagels, Branton. I gotta check this temperature. Some of them might be too warm. I don't know. Tank is now filling. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this cup right here. This is what's nice about being in a garage, having a fish room in a garage. You don't care about mess on the floor. I'm gonna capture some of this water coming out, and we're gonna use this water to pre-dissolve my cichlid lake salt for the next water change. And for this, we need a teaspoon. So where am I doing this? Right here. Yeah, Jesse, after short overdose, I probably do a quarter teaspoon per tank, Larry. Yeah, but it's never affected your fish either. Has anyone shipped glass bottles, beer wines, perhaps? Asking for a friend. No. No, I have not whipped. But my wife gets this elderberry syrup whip. When she runs out, she gets it coming elderberry syrup. We just take it every night. Very good for you. And it's shipped in glass bottles. And what she does is she wraps each bottle in bubble wrap, and then she puts it in a box, and then that box goes into another box. So if she has 3 or 4 in there, they're very well protected, and because they're jammed in there with other bottles, they don't move. I almost put my cichlid lake salt in my coffee. They don't move, and they never have showed up broken. And that happens every few months. 10, 20, 30. Quarter a teaspoon for every 10 gallons. I do about 50 to 55 gallons of cichlid lake salt in that tank. It's a 125 gallon. Obviously, we're not draining that much out. I'll be right back. I got to figure this out. Whip's drinking all the contents, then wants to ship the empty bottles to a friend. That'd be funny with Scotty. I got you guys a Christmas present. Yeah, it's a high value bourbon. Shows empty bottle shows up. Hopefully they come back full again. Sea salt bagel and olive cream cheese. That sounds really good, actually. All right, we're filling this bad boy once. Let me give myself a little slack in this hose here. Once this tank gets filled up, let me check that temperature. That's a little too warm. Let me cool that down. Hi, Keith. Once this aquarium gets filled back up to about, I don't know, 10% or 75% rather, we'll start draining that one. And I will never, ever have to shut the water off, except when it's done, I shut it off. I go over there, I turn it on. What I need to get is one of them tool belts. I've got one. Get a tool belt so I can keep my Seachem safe right here. So I can just go. Which one of y'all drank my coffee? My cup's empty. Wow, that happens, Tim. Does it look like this? Another tip for you guys. Get your terracotta coffee pots. You get sick of it, throw it in the fish tank. Got to get my magical red spoon. We've talked about this. If you know, you know. Peplin knows. Wait a second, when you have dogs, dog fur gets freaking everywhere. And you wonder how. It's on your plate of food, it's in your coffee cup, it's in your cichlid lake salt. This will be nice and ready to go. Yeah, I think my AC-110 died. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to take it back apart, and I'm going to go ahead and get that impeller taken apart and see if it's just bound up with something. A lot of times you think filters die. Sometimes you can take your finger and ping the old motor and it'll fire up, as with the old Tetra Whispers, which I've got one. Or if that doesn't work, maybe the impeller is just bound up and it needs cleaned up. So other than that, are you guys getting excited for Christmas? What are you doing for the holidays? I think some of you guys said you're coming over here to visit me and bring like all kinds of stuff, like plants and terrestrial plants. And I think someone said they was bringing ham and all kinds of things, stuffing, things like that. Thank you, Tim. Remember, hit that like button. For sure, share this out. Get us out here. We could get this channel back up. I'll tell you what, just taking the duckweed out of that tank and getting a lot of that mulm out looks so good. Yeah. 5 clown loaches doing fantastic in there. No problems. Branton, all Cory cats are doing sweet. You know, as ugly as these tanks look, as I say, less is best. The fish are fine. No problems. Wisdom, no. Wow, no pride in genocide. Good to see you. I got lots of new names. I love all the new names this Saturday morning. No pride in wisdom on plants. Well, what plants? What are you talking about? What do you need to know? I know a little bit about plants. I'm by sure not an expert, but there's lots of people in here that are. So any questions about plants, just ask. You're gonna for sure get an answer. Both aquatic and terrestrial. Yeah, that's a little bit better. When you're adjusting temperature and you're sending water such a long distance, you got to really dial that in. That's why I don't like to stop the water flow once I start, because once you stop it, you got to dial it in, because it might be nice temperature at the sink, but by the time it comes through all these lines and it cools down and it gets to where it's going, it's cooler or warmer than you thought it was, depending on what you set it at. So once I get that sweet spot at that sink, I do not like to stop it and have to adjust it, because it slows me down from keeping on going around this room. This tank here is a problem. The water, we tested the water last stream in all my tanks. The water are testing fine, but the filth is ridiculous. It looks like crap. And again, I got to clean out some more water sprite. Water sprite grows like weed. No, I'm good. Just figuring out what the live's about. Oh, yeah, it's about aquariums and fish keeping. Genocide. No pride in genocide. And plants, fish, aquariums, I like all of it. This is a fish keeping channel. Appreciate you coming in, chatting though. Love it. And that's a cool thing about doing the vertical streams too. When you show up in short speed, you do tend to, you sometimes get trolls, but so far we've had a lot of awesome guys come in and girls, and you get new people, and it's fun. It's enjoyable. That's why I always say don't be afraid to branch out and try different things. Whether you like horizontal or not, try vertical every once in a while. It's going to do nothing but help you. I think at this point, I might be able to start draining this Mabuna tank. Mabuna, Umbuna, Mubuna, Booners. You guys make fun of me. I never say it right. Mbuna. I think it's Mbuna. We do this all the time. Mbuna. Boona. I just call them Booners. That 125 Mabuna tank has got to be my favorite tank in the fish room, to be honest with you. Especially after a fresh water change. The water's looking sweet and clear. The fish are colorful. And, oh, one thing I am going to have to do is unplug this power head. It'll start sucking air. So unplug that. I'm not ready to plug it in yet. I think this pump is going to drain the water faster than I can still fill it. But let's start draining it. I want to make sure my timing's right here. That's the important part about this. You know, my channel's about efficiency, and timing is everything, especially with this process. I want this thing to be done draining right when this tank is done filling. So I can just take the pump out, put it in that one, and start filling this one. So I had to see, because wisdom is good to have. Oh, you got it. Oh, you say dropping wisdom. Oh, Chef King was dropping some wisdom for sure. $63. Hey, I don't know how to say this. Duke Roxon says $63 for some reason. Less is best. You got it, P-Tag. I once put 3 red-tailed sharks in a tank with 9 Neos. It wasn't good. Hey, we all have made those mistakes. Playing government. Booners, I like that. That's what I call them, booners. I can't recall if I've said it here too, but my only issue with vertical is that you can't do anything else. And if you forget the stream doesn't minimize in the corner, it just goes away. I got you. Ben Sharp. I think that's Ben Sharp. Yeah. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, you've talked about it before, Whip. It happens, man. I mean, I get it. That's the nice thing about being able to do it simultaneously. You can pick which one you like the best and go with that. I like them both. Depends on what I'm doing. If work and you guys are on, I can bring it up on my phone while I'm working and just have it sit there. But I don't have no issues navigating either one. Yeah, we might be actually sitting at a pretty good balance here with this one draining and this one filling. We'll see how it turns out. Once I get this done, I got a lot more work to do around the house. Got things going. Okay. It's perfect to do a maintenance live stream for me when I got to do it, because I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Not only am I getting my maintenance done, I get to hang out and chat with you guys while I'm doing it. And be honest with you, it seems like my maintenance streams get more traction than any other thing I've done. I don't want to say anything I've done. I've had some live streams get more views and interest, but maintenance streams seem for me to work well. People seem to like to listen to the chat and watch the maintenance and see how things work. And when you're doing it both horizontally and vertically, I think that only adds to it. Yeah, I don't know. This tank, I might have started too late draining that tank. We'll see, because I got a ways to drain there, and we are about an inch from the top trim. Whip says, it's too easy to accidentally scroll away from the stream. Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about. I've done that. Other than that, I don't have any issues with it. Sounds the same, looks the same. Vertical gets more views, though. Right. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now, Whip. I've had that. I've done that. Dang it. Then you got to go back. Tells you to be respectful again, like you just came in. Yeah, this maintenance was needed done. I mean, the last one I did wasn't too. It was like about 3 weeks ago, or 4 weeks ago, maybe at this point. But you know, water was starting to get yellow, and it was time to get these tanks cleaned up for sure. So get these fish feeling good and loving life. What's your guys' plans for Christmas? What do you got going on? What are you going to do? Where are you going? Who are you seeing? I'm nosy. Tell me. Tell me about it if you want to. If not, you don't have to tell me to go myself. If you don't do water changes, then you. All right. We're about to shut the water off to the Oscar tank. It was pretty close, but we're still not halfway yet in the Mabuna Booner tank. So while this tank's still filling, I'm going to relieve the pressure out here so it's not so pressurized. We're going to call that water back. We're going to shut this valve off. This guy is just about done. We're going to go ahead and open the valve on this tank and get ready. We got to grab the Seachem safe. Just a little bit in a teaspoon's all you need now. So that's ready. I'm just watching this. I guess I'm going to have to unplug this filter. We will go ahead and try to do the biggest water change we can in this tank because there's a lot of fish in it, and I want to reduce them nitrates as much as possible. Oh, looks like my dang FX2. Oh yeah, that's why I went blow. Stupid. Come on. Let's go ahead and stop there. Another nice thing about having your fish room in a garage. Just set the pump on the floor. Who cares? Let's throw in the Seachem safe. Let's go bring the water back. See, my timing's still off. Normally, if I timed this right, I wouldn't be having this issue. I could have just kept going, but I'm a little off today. I thought about doing the maintenance streams like you and Jason, but I'm just not good at talking to myself and filling space. There'd be a lot of dead air. I mean, a lot of dead air. You gotta try it, Whip. That'd be fun. Price tag says, yeah, I kept accidentally scrolling myself to the next YT vertical stream by accident. All Somebody says, I'm old, half blind. I need a big screen. Vertical just doesn't work for me. Yeah, and that's the nice thing about being able to pick and choose what you want to do. But I get you guys for sure. It'd be neat to see Whip do maintenance on his tanks too. I just walk around yabbering, man. I find as you're doing this stuff, I'm never at a loss for words because as I'm doing things, there's a lot to talk about. Talk about what you're doing, things you're seeing. So we are filling now this tank. I'm wondering, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking when I'm about halfway, maybe a little over halfway full is when we want to start draining the next one. That's what I'm thinking. Gotta give more slack in this hose here. Then this is perfect that I'm doing maintenance this weekend because I go to work Monday and Tuesday, and then I'm off the rest of the week. Of course, that bleeds into Christmas, and during Christmas, I won't have to worry about tank maintenance because it'll all be done. So it was time, and it's perfect timing. So I'll tell you what. Let's give this Cichlid Lake Salt another stir. We need to go ahead and get. I'll tell you what I'm going to have to do, guys. I'm going to have to go next door and clean out these pre-filters I've already done, including this one right here. Because I got to clean this and put it back on. I left myself a mess. So bear with me. I got to go here next door and clean some filters out. That's all right. No fussy. Let me know, guys. This is a perfect test, too. Can you guys hear me okay while I'm doing this with all the noise? See how good this mic really is. Testing. 1, 2. 1, 2. Testes. 1, 2, 3. You get the joke, guys? Testes. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's all right, sweet. Between the bird and the water running, do you hear me okay? Whip's like 24 years old. He don't know nothing, guys. Don't listen to Whip. He's just learning about his shapes and colors and watching Baby Einstein. Wow, these things are a friggin' mess. Last time I did this, I had a camera in here so you could see me over here. I just didn't set that up today. I was too busy this morning before the stream started doing maintenance stuff. Getting ahead of it. The nice thing about the maintenance streams, too, is they tend to go a little longer. Some of you guys have said you wish I went longer than an hour. Some of you guys are happy with an hour. One more to go, guys. This was probably the worst one that came out of the Oscar channel. What a friggin' mess. Good God. I think Whip was one that wished I went longer than an hour. And I have. I think the longest maintenance stream I've ever done was like 4 hours or something like that. Can't get all the crap out of this one. Shut that off. It's all right, Skeets. Loud and clear, perfect. Oh, my shit. Oh, God. Jesse talks to himself a lot, it seems. I do. Whip sent a $2 super chat. It's time to see the baby shaking that ass. Uh-oh. The sad part, P-Tag, is that Jesse starts answering himself. That's right. What do you mean is the screen cut off? Was everybody else good? Joe, right, I still. Mildly frustrating, loud and clear. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Scotty, and the definition of sanity. This whip it is finally made me. Wow. Hey, Ross, good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. I need to pull maintenance on the FX6. Yes, I think my next stream, I think next Saturday stream is going to be filter maintenance, and I'll put a camera over there at the utility sink for sure. That definitely needs to be done. Well, not really. I've done some of them already, but some of these canister filters need cleaned. Having trouble getting this pre-filter on here. It's behind a rock, not a lot of room to work. Crap. There she goes. Okay. We're going to go ahead and start draining this tank. Dump some of this cichlid lake salt in this one. I don't dump it all at one time. I wait till it fills up all the way before it's fully in there. Look at all the noise. And these will sit here and dry. Ross is at work. I don't know why Tara, is Tara still in here? I don't know why she said the screen cut off. I'm sure what that's about. Yeah, so next Saturday, I think that's what we'll do. It's a good idea, Whip. I wrote down which ones I've done. I've done 4 of my canisters, but I know that both the Fluval 307s, the 306, I don't think I need to do the ones for the 375 because they're like new, and this tank hasn't been running that long. And some of these hanging the backs for sure. So with pre-filters, the FX6s just don't get that that messy real quick. Oh, the $2 super chat. I got to think about what I got to think about what to do there. What kind of dance to do there, Whip? Well, thank you for reminding me. I got one for you, Whip. It's going to involve a towel. This is for Whip. And whip it good. Oh, just good dance. Twerk something. How was that? I don't even know what we're up to. The only thing, I'm not seeing my goal through StreamYard. I'll have to can somebody tell me, can somebody tell me how close we are to 10 super chats? I hope you can go ahead and plug the FX6 back in here. It's going to suck air for a little bit because I drained the tank water. Let's see. Now we'll give it a minute to gurgle. There she goes. Yeah, this water's already looking sweet. Put these filters back on and clear it up even more. I've already cleaned the pre-filter in this community tank we're currently draining. That's some good flow. We'll have to do some stuff with that AC 110. This tank has to have multiple filtration. It just has to, or it gets nasty. Too many Boone in this 125 community tank. We don't need to go too much more than 30 to 50% because it's not really that much stock in it. Several angelfish, two Pictus catfish, two black skirt tetras, some glowfish that I rescued from the community. There's one booner in there, and that's it. So this will be a nice linear run. Soon as we'll be shutting this drain off before we stop filling this tank, and then we can just throw the safe in, close the valve, open the valve on this one. 3 out of 10, you're like 3 out of 10. Okay, thank you. 3 out of 10. Man. Yes, some crap like that. Uneaten food stuck in the roots of a potho plant. That's got to come out. Go in my garbage bucket. That ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to get in there deep. Got it. Sometimes you just got to be a man and touch it with your fingers. Can't be just trying to fish it out like that. Hey, easy. You don't like the bucket. She's a crazy dude. Like, birds are fun. Anything black, she's fine with. She hates the color. If I go through there with an orange bucket or a blue bucket, she's mad. Anything red, like if I carry that ladder I was using right here through there, she's flipping out. I have an orange ladder back here, flips out. But anything dark colored is okay. I don't use a mic. Yeah, you got to get you one of your. If you're going through your phone or computer, let me know. I can tell you the best mics to get for each. But you're going to need a lav mic so you can walk around. And actually, if you start using a lav mic like this whip that allows you to be free, it's probably the only mic you'll use from here on out because it's just so nice to be able to walk around and not be tied to a mic. Sometimes when you feel like just sitting and not doing much and just doing a stream, you got your fixed mic. Well, I guess we'll just turn around and go ahead right to the 75-gallon tank here and do this one next. So I actually drained more out of that than I wanted because I was too busy yapping my gums. That AQQA fluidized bed filter struggling with it. Let's get this power head plugged back in. About filled up. So let's go ahead and get our Seachem safe scooped up and ready. You only need a wee bit. I struggle with the Seachem safe because you think you just take this tiny little bit on a little tiny spoon. And it's like, that ain't enough. And it's plenty enough. Now, if everything works out, we should be able to multi-fill. So now we're filling 2 tanks at the same time. Now, there's not a whole lot of water pressure here. As soon as I shut this one off, it's going to blaze. But you're still filling 2 tanks at the same time, which saves a lot of time. And that was the idea. I wanted to be able to go around the room and drain them all and just fill them all at the same time. But unfortunately, with all the bends and ups and overs and all these things, I don't have enough pressure to fill all these tanks at the same time, which is okay because I have different sized tanks. but I have valves in each tank, so I could valve them down so they fill simultaneously at the same time. But that would take some work. I'd have to take like a paint pen and mark where that valve should be if I ever get to that situation. But that'd be make things even cooler. Just go around, drain all the tanks, fill them all at the same time. Done. Yeah, so we've got the power head going again. We've got the pre-filter clean. I have to do the AC 110 on this tank yet, but we'll do that after. I'll do that after the stream because I want to keep going. So far, since we've started, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks done. Birds are tasty. I'm not sure if they're funny. Man, don't let my wife see that one whip. Yeah, yeah. My wife loves her birds. They're truly fun. And again, I got several tanks that need algae taken off the glass tops. Pain in the butt with that. You know, but what is your guys' least favorite thing about doing fish maintenance? What is the thing you hate to do the most? For me, for whatever reason, it's cleaning the glass tops. That's the thing I hate the most. I like everything else. What is it for you guys? What's your least favorite thing to do when you're maintaining your tanks? Water changes. Do you hate vacuuming? Do you hate cleaning, hanging the back filters? What is it for you? This thing's just about full. Getting there. So if I turn this off and let all the pressure go here, oh yeah, that's going to top that off the rest of the way real quick. And I don't care what anybody says. The freshwater chains, fish love it. They're more active. They're swimming around. They're happier. Water changers are just so important. Not only are we reducing nitrates, we're also adding fresh minerals back in the aquarium, and that's good for the fish and the aquarium, and you know, the ecosystem, the plants. It's just something that's got to be done. Okay, we'll go ahead and open this back up. Top it off a little bit more. That'll be good. We'll close this valve. You know, I just thought of something. Oh, no, I'm good. Never mind. Pizza is extra good to Jesse, especially when you almost drop the glass lids. I tend to slack a lot cleaning lids. Yeah, you know, yeah. I've broken glass lids. It's you got to take them off. They drip. You got to get it upside down and clean it. Glass tops is probably, cleaning the tops is probably my least favorite thing to do about this crap. With the stuff and the things and. So this tank's filling. When it gets back up to about here, because this is a 125 and this is 75, this is going to drain quicker. So I say when we get back up here to about 90%, we'll start draining this one. 40-gallon breeder lids are the worst. So bulky. Yeah. So same with me, Whip. I mean, I just cleaned them, I think, a month ago, and they're already algaed up again. And it just seems like it never ends. Even with lights that I got up off, like you guys know, I got my pendant lighting. They're up off the aquariums, and they still create algae. It's just one of them things that it's going to happen. You're going to get algae because you got light hitting them directly. I don't care if the light strip's sitting on top of the tank or you got pendant lighting or whatever you're doing, you're going to get that algae. There's no getting away from it. So that, and I hate it because it seems to come back in no time. Like I said, I just cleaned all my tops maybe a month ago, or I think it was, and not all of them, but most of them, it's all back on there. Yeah, and they get disgusting too. They get like, look at this blood parrot messing with us, Oscar. Oscar's just like, quit it, stop. It is 82 degrees in this room. You guys know I try to heat the tanks, heat the room, not the tanks, individually. There is some tanks I had to put some heaters in, like the Tiger Barb tank here, because I got clown loaches in there. They like the warmer water. I do have two 300-watt heaters and a 375 ready to go, because the idea of these clown loaches are going to be going to that tank because clown loaches get big, and I want to, any fish I get, I keep for the long haul, and I make it work. I don't take fish back to the store. Even if I get a jerk, I'll figure it out. If I have to remove this and put a 300-gallon stock tank right here and walk around it for a jerk fish, what we'll do. But I don't know if I can fit a 300-gallon stock tank in here and be able to walk around. They're bigger than you think. Show you the door. Mama, meet my baby. I wish StreamYard would come out with better music. Better copyright-free music. We've been through that. Most of you hate it. If you're interested, QR code up there to the channel. Easy way to take a picture of it and subscribe. Even the one and only tank that I have upstairs in the living room, the lids are so gross, I need to get it better in cleaning those things. Or at least that one where people see it every day, not named Whip. Yeah, you and I both. I mean, it's not actually. Some of my tanks, it's actually a real pain in the ass to remove these lids because of all the pothos on top. Maybe my lid's holding a terrestrial plant placed back there like a peace lily. So when I remove it, the plant wants to fall. The only good thing is they've been in here so long, the roots are growing so well that the plant's actually at this point holding itself up. So when I remove the lids, it's not such, that's not the case as much anymore. But I still have things that these lids, a lot of my lids are doing more than just being a lid. They're holding things up. So when I take them off, crap falls. Like the pothos. I take the lids off these, all these pothos want to move forward. Now I got to push all them back and they're wet. It's a pain in the butt. But you got to do it because if you don't, it gets all dark in here. It blocks the light out. I'll tell you, another full-time job I got in this fish room is because these pothos are growing so well. I'm always going around here, tacking them up, pulling off dead leaves. That's every day, man. I come home from work, I come in here, I'll be like, I got a potho, you can't see it. It's almost touching my computer, look. I'm not complaining because this is what I wanted. I wanted it to look like a little bit of a jungle in here, and it's looking sweet. See, this is the bottleneck, man. Waiting for tanks to fill. What are you guys doing over here? Now stop this. You'll get the angry fish. The angry fish. Not fish, the angry fish. Let me feed them while we're waiting. They're probably a little hangry. Jesus Christ. There. Now shut up. You guys see them splash me? There was one sitting on top of this piece of driftwood and he flipped out when I started dumping food in. Splashed the crap out of me. What this? All right there. What the hell? A little hangry, I think. Using the old Salient mix, which is Northfin Cichlid, Northfin Bug Pro Sticks, Northfin Bug Pro, Northfin Curl Pro, and then NLS Cichlid Tropical, all mixed together in one. That's a superfood. CR, good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Doing a little tank maintenance here. Yeah, if I can figure out a way to make these tanks fill faster, that'd be good. Always the bottleneck. Now, I will say when I was hooked up to the garden hose outside during the summer, the tanks filled a lot faster. Even though I do have a good faucet now at the utility sink that's not regulated or have any of that crap in it. About eco-friendly, water-saving faucets, can't stand them. Not good for a fish keeper. Got rid of that, got a normal one, and it fills fairly fast, but it's still slow. Tiger barbers are banging, man. They're looking sweet. They're getting big. They love their clown loach friends. It's just getting to the point where we can almost start draining this 75 gallon here. So I'll go ahead and get a scoop of, it's not a full scoop, it's like half scoop. Safe, ready to go. Just a little bit, tiny bit. Just ready over here. As I said before the stream started, I went around and I already scraped algae on the tanks, scooped out a bunch of duckweed, scooped out a bunch of malm and dead plants and things like that. Blackbeard algae, scooped a lot of that crap out. So all that's done. Today is just on the stream is water changes and possible pre-filters. Like this Hydro Dual sponge filter, that could use a swap out and a cleaning. Some of the stuff I might do after I end the stream, but I got a lot of work to do in this 375. Let me know if you guys want me to keep going when I get to this 375. I'll be doing it last. There's a lot of pleco poop scattered. And what I do, because it's such a deep tank and I can barely reach the bottom, is I made this to reach the bottom. I just put it in the tank, give her a little prime, right into the 32 gallon brute garbage can, and I start cleaning it up that way. But I will have to drain that brute garbage can before I start out of the back door, which I do have a pump already in that barrel. So I can just crack the door open, throw the hose out, pump it down, go back to the tank. We're going to go ahead and plug this in. Start draining it. Yeah. Gotta take a pee break. I'll be back. I'm gonna pee on these leaves. You might be able to hear it. Turn your mic off. Turn your mic off. Throw the hose down on the ground. Want the hoe down? Where'd Ted go? She go. Yeah, I don't know. She popped in, said the screen cut off, and then she hasn't been back. I don't know about that sister of mine. I don't know what she's doing over there. I don't know what she's doing. We are draining these 75 gallon. You might be able to see my little fancy goldfish there. He's a trooper, true tank, that guy. This one is about 90% back full. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it, the flow is really good on this FX4. It was cleaned. When did I clean those? 9-3. or sorry, 913 and 914. This FX4, that FX4, that FX6, that FX6, and that FX6 all got a cleaning. And I lubed the seals as well. Taking more touch and playing with it. But yeah, that same was created by a man that shakes it 18 times. I don't know. This might be a good timer here. Actually, needs to hurry up and drain a little quicker so I can get the pump out, get the safe in, and be prepared to shut the valve off, turn that one out. So this pipe that comes down to these island tanks, the center tanks, is the last in the line for the water to reach. So it takes a minute for the water to come out here. I heard Whip's favorite part of doing tank maintenance is adding sand to all his tanks. Yes, he loves sand. I've converted him P-TAG. I got him out of gravel. He's into sand. He absolutely loves it. He actually has a tank in his room called the Salient Tank. It's got sand in it. And since then, he absolutely loves it. He's going to scoop all of his gravel out of every tank and replace it with sand. You know, we'll probably do a quarter at a time so we don't disrupt too much beneficial bacteria. All right, we'll stop right there. Because my canister filter is sucking air. That's perfect. That's enough because there's not a lot of fish in this tank. So next, we're just going to go right down here to the Tiger Barb tank. Staying in line. And then after that, the 29, which will go super quick. So let's go ahead and throw the safe in. Let's open this valve. Let's close this one. And like that, we're filling. And we've got the pump in the Tiger Barb tank ready to drain. Of course, it's a 55 gallon, so there's no need to plug it in yet. Although I sucked up so much sand out of the Salient tank yesterday, it's not even funny. I do that too, Whip. You know, you're down there, you're trying to get some of the uneaten food and poop off the sand, and a lot of times you take sand with it. Now, the reason why I'm okay with my Oscar tank is this sand was from PetSmart, and it's overpriced and it's very light. It gets plumes up in the water column too easy. It gets into filters and everything. So I'm actually trying to remove most of that sand. And once it's all gone, I'm going to be putting some pool filter sand in it. Pool filter sand and sandblasting, Black Diamond sandblasting sand is heavier. It doesn't plume up into the water column as easy. So, hey, Cy, good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Good to see you as always. Doing a little tank maintenance. We've talked about it a lot. I was naked at the beginning of the stream. Half naked. Got into an argument with one of my tanks. Stuff got real. I do need to make sure that my temperature is warmer when I do this tank, because like I say, it's sitting at like 85 degrees or something like that, or 80 degrees. And the water coming out of this right now needs to be warmed up. I don't want to shock any fish. What's up, Skeet? Be nice. Yeah, it's your white. Yeah, you sweet. Oh, that bird's such an angel. Not. Things are flowing. Things are looking good. Things are happening. Haven't eaten yet today either. I'm starting to get a little hungry. What'd you guys have for breakfast? I know Branton had bagels. Excuse me. Ugh. Whip says, I have an algae issue. There's so much algae it looked like a carpeting plant. There's still a lot there, but my 30-gallon trash was full, so I stopped. Yeah, I've got a lot of algae too, Whip, like that. And you can just literally take it off in a sheet. Shredded wheat, nice. Nice, healthy, light breakfast. Nothing wrong with that. Looks like shredded wheat. Something like that. I forgot how that little tune goes. Tastes like shredded wheat. All right, so this is, again, will simply be a drain and fill, as the rest of them will be. I'm going to keep the stream going until we get all the tank water changes done. After all the water changes are complete, we'll end the stream, which is going to be a little bit because I still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tanks to go. Now, one little trick you could do is to slowly drain a tank by gravity. Is I can plug the pump in and then unplug it, and it'll continue to drain. No, it won't. It's going to go there, but it's going up. If I take that rest of that hose out the door, it would sit there and drain out slowly, which doesn't use any electricity, obviously. Let's say, go ahead out, everyone. You too. Appreciate you, Pete Tag. Be safe, my friend. Yeah, I haven't had any food yet either. Just coffee. Same. We've been live an hour and a half. By the time it's done, we'll probably be well over 2 hours. The babies in here are doing great. Wait, I haven't seen Dad in here. Where's he at? I think I saw him. Where's he hiding? Or did he jump out? He's usually out here. That's all right. I still got to top the rest of this tank off, too. I'm always getting down here and making sure fish aren't on the floor, you know? There's one way to do her. Forget you're draining. You're not draining, you're filling. See how quickly you forget what you're doing? Let's feed these guys my homemade fry food. There's a ton of mom in there. It looks like brown snow everywhere. Where is Dad? That's crazy weird. What if he jumped out and fell into this tank? It is open on the back. I don't see how that'd be possible. Easy. Tank is a mess. don't see this guy anywhere. Back there. He's got to be up here. Ugh. It's crazy weird. Check this. You can start draining this one. Probably should have already started, but it'll drain quick. Gotta go. All right. See ya, Warren. Appreciate you, buddy. Merry Christmas to you. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this tank off. Plug the filter back in. Stop it. Plug it back. I don't like leaving pressure on the pipes. Hit that like. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate you, buddy. There he is. He's in there. Okay. Jerk. More had to hide. I'll tell you, that 407 is most likely the inlet. I'm going to have to clean that inlet too. Let's unplug the 407. I wish my Tiger bars would breathe. It sounded like an explosion. It was a lot of pressure buildup. So I say I can't stand having the valves off. It'd be okay if I know I didn't have a few leaks. If I knew my crap was tight and it didn't leak, I would just leave it on. But plus the fill valve with the Python, once you do that, it's squirting water out everywhere because the pressure builds. Yeah, you know, we'll drain it a little bit more on that. I was going to stop there, but we'll take some more out. Give them a good water change. We're over half here already. We'll stop there. And then I can also, while the water level's down, get that 407 inlet cleaned off. Go ahead and grab that out now. Oh, crap. Well, I just upset all my C-Chem tape on this lid. I'll just scrape it in. Oh, yeah, that's definitely the reason why we don't have flow. Completely clogged. All right, we got that unclogged. And I have, whoa, see too much pressure build up, and it made the pressure of valve relief. I didn't have it locked in good enough with. That's okay. I have to add the CChem safety. It's gonna be hard. I'm just gonna have to get another. Bit here. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna send some water to the tanks. Look. All right, Chief. And we're filling. I think that's enough to say. Yeah. And it didn't take me long to learn that one with. If you lock it in real tight, it will hold. But like if you just half butt it, half ass it, just like happened here, pressure build up a little bit, boom, went flying right back out. Got the temperature a little warmer for this tank for the clown loaches, so to match the temperature it's currently in, it's filling. Once that's done, we'll drain that 29 gallon and fill up. That's just gonna be a drain and fill. I got some algae issues in that tank too. I gotta get in there with a pot scrubber. The algae's so hard on the glass, I'm having trouble getting it. But I actually think we'll go ahead and end the stream here. We've been on an hour 44 minutes. Certainly appreciate all you guys coming in here. Did anyone see that? What the hell was that? Algae? Where? Oh, on the intake? Yeah, that was like blackbeard brown algae all stuck on there. But I'm out. I appreciate you guys. We're gonna jump off and then I can finish my maintenance. I gotta get something to eat too. I'm hungry. So once this tank fills, I'm gonna go and grab something to eat. Wife's awake, talk to her a little bit, and then I'll finish my maintenance for the day. So hope you liked it. If you did, make sure to leave a comment below. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. You guys, thanks for the super chat. We did not meet our goal, but it was still fun. So you have a great day too, Isaiah. Merry Christmas to you guys. And I guess we'll see you after Christmas because Thursday's Christmas and I won't be going live till Saturday. So we'll see you after Christmas. Hope you have a good Christmas and be safe.